Good morning, or depending on when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name is Ross, and as always told out of Voice of Radio. So today, we've got some kind of exciting news. We've got some weird promos coming around, and we've got some other stuff which might not seem terribly relevant, but is actually a lot more relevant than you're thinking. And although it doesn't guarantee, I think it tells us some really interesting stuff about the future plans of releases, especially for Pokemon VSTAR. So let's start there. So over in Japan, they have gone and announced the Leafeon and Glaceon VSTAR boxes. I think they're officially called the Pokemon card game Sword and Shield Special Card Set Grass Leafeon VSTAR and the Pokemon card game Sword and Shield Special Card Set Ice Glaceon VSTAR. Which is a bit of a mouthful. Let's just call them the VSTAR boxes for now. And they're coming out on the 4th of February, which is interesting because we have actually had it confirmed now that they are going to be released on January the 28th in English. So we are actually getting those boxes like a week before Japan. But this isn't particularly new or exciting, of course. We've seen these boxes in English. In Japan, you get yourself the Leafeon V and VSTAR, or the Glaceon V and VSTAR, as well as getting yourself 8 packs of Starbirth, a player's guide, and a VSTAR marker. So very much equivalent sets over in Japan to over here. Of course, one of the big differences is that in Japan you actually get packs of Starbirth, whereas over here there's no Brilliant Stars included in them, although of course worth pointing out that they are being released just a little bit before Brilliant Stars, so I suppose that does make sense. So you might be thinking at this stage, well, see, these are Japanese products that are the equivalent of our products that we saw a few weeks ago. Why do I care? And here's why you care. Because the last time we had something like this, it was with V-Union. And what happened was that Japan went and released Mewtwo, Greninja, and Zacian V-Union in their own standalone boxes, where you got the V-Union and some packs. And then we went and released Greninja, Mewtwo, and Zacian V-Union in their own standalone box with some packs. It doesn't happen all that often, but our products and Japan's products lined up pretty perfectly in that regard. Well, now we see the same thing happening here with VSTAR, and I don't think it is a coincidence. Now, we know that not all VSTARs are actually going to be coming in these own separate packs. We've already seen English, Arceus, and Charizard VSTAR, which are confirmed to be coming in Brilliant Stars. We've already seen the Japanese Shaman VSTAR, not the English version yet, although I have done a video with a translation from the lovely Antoine Boulet, obviously. And we know we're getting Whimsicott, but that one is, as of yet, unsighted. So my point is, yes, we're getting V-Stars in the sets, but it also looks like we're getting V-Stars outside of the main sets. And if we're getting these extra ones in these standalone boxes, and so is Japan, then what does that say about Japan's Lucario V-Star box, which has not been officially confirmed, released, revealed, etc., but we have seen a listing for it, and this was a listing that also included the Leafeon and Glaceon, which have since proven to be absolutely true. And the Darkrai V-Star box, again, same deal, not revealed, not shown off or announced or anything like that, but on listings including products which have since been revealed, like the Leafeon and Glaceon boxes. Now, we know they're coming as standalone boxes over in Japan, and although we don't know whether they're coming out as standalone boxes outside of Japan or whether they're being put in sets or whatnot, does anyone at this stage doubt that they're going to be standalone boxes? If us and Japan, by us I basically mean, North America, Europe, etc., if we got the boxes separately just like Japan did for V-Star, and then Japan are getting separate boxes for Lucario and Darkrai, as far as I'm concerned, that's showing a little bit of a pattern. That's showing us that this is the way we're going to be dealing with V-Star in the future. There will be some that come in the sets, and I think we can expect that to be happening as we go forward. But then there are going to be some which are in their own standalone products, which I really, really like. Because we all know that some of these cards are hard to pull, etc. And this does mean that these are actually going to be, the ones coming in boxes are going to be so much more available, so much easier to get your hands on, etc. And that's a wonderful thing. Now, it does then lead us to think, well, what about any special prints, alternate arts, rainbow rares, full arts, whatever there might be? And the answer is, don't expect special versions of ones which are coming in their own boxes. I.e., whatever Pokemon choose to do for Charizard and Arceus and Shaman and Whimsicott in Brilliant Stars and Starbirth over in Japan, we're going to get some kind of special version of them. We always do. Do not expect that to happen for Glaceon, Leafeon, Darkrai, and Lucario. Expect very much to only ever get the regular version and never get any special version of them. And again, I could be wrong, but we have a long history in the Pokemon TCG that where we get these things over in Japan as their own special things, we generally don't get special versions of them. We just get the regular versions. On my history series on this channel, I keep talking about various Pokemon EX, etc. that never got anything but the regular art. And the reason is always because they were released in their own deck or something over in Japan. So that's pretty gosh darn exciting. Again, we don't know that for a fact. It's a prediction, but I do think it's a sensible prediction. What we do know for a fact is that over in Indonesia, you can get yourself a bunch of stamped promos, stamped with Indomaret. It's a shop over there. And that does include Professor Willow. Now, I do think it's interesting to note that Professor Willow is not stamped. Remember, for those of you that may have forgotten, Professor Willow is just Professor's Research Willow. It is Professor's Research, but it also comes with a code on it, and that code basically allows you to unlock a special research thing in Pokemon Go. So you can get yourself a Spheal, a Growlithe, a Pikachu, a Weedle, or Professor Willow, and you get the Indomaret stamp on the Spheal, the Growlithe, the Pikachu, and the Weedle. You do not get the Indomaret stamp on Professor Willow, but that's because it's not. Essentially what they've done is they've gone and got 4 Indomaret promos, and that's rather lovely. And then while they're doing it, they're using this as an excuse to give out Professor Willow. Because it's not just a reprint of Professor's Research, which is of course a phenomenal card. It has also got that functionality with Pokemon Go. So I do think that is pretty important, quite frankly. So what you essentially do is you go over to Indomaret over in Indonesia, and you spend 30,000, Indonesian rupiah, and I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing that very, very badly, but if you go and spend 30,000 Indonesian rupiah on Pokemon TCG products, then you get yourself the promos. You get yourself one promo card for every, when you spend at least 30,000 Indonesian rupiah. Now, that might sound like an awful lot. It's not. It is $2.10 or £1.57. It is not very much money at all. And actually, I think I'm lying to you here. This information is from lovely Primaluga over at Poké Guardian. I believe it is just spending 30,000, not necessarily on Pokemon TCG stuff, just spending 30,000. So, I mean, I'm not in Indonesia, but if I were, man, I would definitely be buying a bunch of stuff in Indomaret right now. What's that? That's not enough obscure Indonesian promo news for one video. Well, have I got wonderful news for you? Because also over in Indonesia, there is a promotion with Konyaku Jelly, and you get one Inako stamped Pokemon TCG promo for every pack of jelly you buy at participating stores. Now, the only promo they've actually shown off, as far as I am aware, and if I am incorrect, if somebody from Indonesia is watching and more have been revealed, please do let me know in the comment section. But as far as I am aware, the advert that I've seen, it is only the Pikachu which has gone and been revealed. But there are clearly more. If you look on the front of the pack of jelly, you can see that there is a Pikachu and 2 random cards next to it. You've also got a Pikachu next to a random card in the advert. And you'll notice that you've got the Gen 7 starters, your Rowlet, your Litten, and your Poplio, chilling with Pikachu on the front of the jelly there. So I do think that is a pretty sensible guess. As always, if I've got any lovely viewers in Indonesia that fancy arranging some kind of trade, hooking us up with these promos, please do let me know. I know for most of you it is not going to be realistic to pick these up other than on eBay, etc. But I bring you all the Pokemon news, ladies and gentlemen, and this is pretty fun, cool Pokemon news. Plus, who doesn't like a good jelly? Okay, I know a bunch of people actually don't, but I think they're pretty cool. And of course, we had that news about the Pokemon VSTAR at the top of the video, which doesn't sound huge, but is actually, I think, telling us a lot more than it does on the face of it. Although, as always, like I said, that is very much a prediction. So there we go, ladies and gentlemen, that's what you need to know, and that's what I can tell you, but now it's over to you, lovely ladies and gentlemen. Tell me what you think about this news, tell me how much you want stamped Pokemon cards when you buy jelly. Go nuts in the comment section, but be nice! And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWasi, and Twitch for some live action at twitch.tv/PTCG Radio. If you want to support the channel, get some bonus podcasts and all that good stuff, head on over to patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can do exactly that. But by far the most important thing as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.